Alright. That is the message sent out to the Discord. Let's get out to Twitter and then we will start up. Sorry I'm late. Life has been a pain in the ass today. No real other way to say it. It's just been a pain in the ass. I don't even know if I have... No, I have a... Alright. So that's that done. Okay. Yeah, I probably should have set this up first, but alas, oh well. We do a little bit of work to make this stuff appear. Ta-da. Alright. Okay. I think we're going to move that down. Okay, so basically, the way that this game is based off of HFY, Humans Fuck Yeah, At least I think that's what it stands for. And Humans Are Space Orks kind of stories. It's the ones where you get like humans are the Death Worlders or whatever, you know. There's a whole collection of them on Reddit. But the style of this game is going to be kind of uh, like kind of a, I guess what are they called, legacy games or something, where like it's a progressive series of you go from this to this to this to this, and you can't really back play too terribly much. Like you're going to go from era 1 to era 2. You can't just start at era 2 type of thing. It kind of needs the experience from era 1. And once you have the stuff from era 2, you can't just replay era 1. Or like if you have era 3, you can't go to era 2. Yeah. It's kind of a sequence. You could restart, redo, reorientate that stuff. That's about it. Plant size and gravity. A lot of this stuff is like, kind of, flavor, kind of mechanical. I think that gravity is going to have a series of tiers that's going to have a mechanical impact. Environment is going to have a mechanical impact. By substance, that's lore. Limb type, potentially but unlikely to make an impact. Limb count, again, potentially, not really likely to make an impact. Movement type, bipedal, quadrupedal, aerial, winged, or flippers, we'll say. I don't know how we say water based. And yes, technically, oh, well, what if it's 6? Can I do 4 2 and have that? Yeah, whatever. That also applies, but. Yeah. So the first era is going to be the establishment of the Intergalactic Federation. This is when, for the first time, you are getting species into space. And so you may not be the first one. Oh yeah, food type. I realize I had that in. Herbivore versus carnivore. That's what I'm thinking there. That one I also think will have a mechanical distinction. Is like prey versus predator. So herbivore. And so, kind of the thought process here being like, I think another one that should be considered would be other life on the planet. Hazards, flora/fauna. Plants or animals, what else can kill you? Um, hmm. Hmm. So, Era 1 is first species into space. Era 2 is going to have higher gravity species gain into space. And with the higher gravity species gain into space, they are going to become death worlders. Beings that come from a death world. And so, where it may still be, like you're picking 1 to 5 on the first, you're picking 1 to 5 on the second era, first era, second era. The 1 to 5 on the first era is actually 1 to 5. It's low gravity planets. But then you get to the era 2, and then you have those being 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Or on gravity scale, or maybe downshift it so that it totals up to being 8. So like it's 1, 2, 3, 4 on one side, and then 4, 5, 6, 7 or something. Yeah, because it'd be a 5 scale, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What would it be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So in era 1, the gravity sizes would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then in era 2, the gravity sizes are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then from that point on, entering era 3, and I've had fingered the caps key again. Entering era 3, it would be just solid choice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's a potential one. Because, like, the way that I'm thinking of this is kind of a choose your own adventure type of structure. Of, like, okay, so we have the Death World and the Death Worlders in Era 2. So with these getting added in Era 2, then coming into Era 3, we'll go ahead and, what was I thinking? In Era 3, or depending on how you deal with them in Era 2. Because if the Death Worlders come up and you guys, because you're playing as some of the first Death Worlders and you show up and you're a bad example, and it ends up where you get banned and they're like, no, we never let another Death Worlder come up to space. If that condition rides, then this entire upper half gets cut out. There's no 6, there's no 7, there's no 8 coming through. there will no longer be a 6, 7, or 8 because they have that ruling then that those are banned. And that's kind of the way that like I would explain what I mean by this era system. In the first era, you are going to play through what? So I mean, through each of these, you have a couple of different phases. You have early Civ. So this is the Stone Age type of deal. You have median Civ. This is going to be kind of Renaissance type of thing. This is developed but not spacefaring yet. Then you get, of course, spatial Civ, the spacefaring. Is that how you spell it? I think that's how you spell it. I don't know. Google will correct me, possibly. I don't know. So by the spatial civilization, you will be going and making first trips to space. This is when you are going to start conquering your galaxy. And then, of course, is intergalactic Civ. And this is the final stage. And in that intergalactic Civ, you're going to be dealing with that bureaucracy of setting up that intergalactic federation, of managing these connections as the first governing body of space. If you want the particular story that inspired me very much for this entire project, that would be who did it? Trying to find it. Here it is. Here we go. This one made it all the way to being... Holy. I'll be damned. Okay. I'm not surprised. Well, I'm a little surprised, but, like, not by a lack of quality. I think this is a very, very, very good, well-written story. And it is... I hope I didn't put anything up there. Why Humans Avoid War by Space Paladin 15. It is a very... I absolutely love this story. I think they did a really good job. Definitely worth the read. If you can't, or if you're like me, you kind of struggle with actually sitting down and reading stuff, especially on screens. There's this channel, asn.random, open parenthesis, SHTUFF, close parenthesis, is the person that I listen to. for this one. It is a long story. I mean, the audiobook here is 4 hours and 40 minutes, but it is one that I have absolutely loved. I think it did a really, really good job. Okay. Um, that out of the way. So, I guess another follow-up question is, of course, going to be other planets, um, and other species in galaxy. Because that's going to be the big one. That one kind of determines the entire spatial phase. The median sieve is going to be kind of deterministic. Um, that's gonna be when you're deciding the way that your civilization runs itself, and I think that the way that I plan on, because this is, I think it could be a multiplayer TTRPG, but the like core of it, I think is, it's weird. It's weird, is what I will say. I don't know if it this still counts as a TTRPG because it's kind of like, I suggest that you step back, take bits and pieces, and I'm going to have dedicated indicator marks of bits and pieces where I would um, recommend going over those areas again, or like going over those areas in depth. So, like, I guess, like, I know I call this median civ the Renaissance. I don't know if I want to say Renaissance. This is just like, we're not Stone Age level of like tied down. We're like semi modern. I don't know. Because I think spacefaring, this isn't like, space race, first person to get up to the big empty rock. This is, you are going out and handling your galaxy. Like, this is the we are settling on Mars kind of phase. This is the we're going out of the Milky Way phase. So even though I call this the Renaissance, it's kind of just like, your people need to be in that kind of mindset. Like, you want the what I would put for the big drama in the median civ, World Wars, the World Wars. That would be Earth's median civ major conflict, and how you handle a multi-nation war would be deterministic. Like, is it war? Is it peace? Is it economically is going to be kind of the way that it runs. And I do think that there is going to be some dice rolling involved there because, if you can just say, oh, well, I handle it economically, that doesn't really mean much. Versus, like, that's a bit too optimistic, I would say. Like, I know um, it's a weird, like, sentiment, I guess, but kind of like, I think that it would be better to, because, like, it's not just, oh, well, I'm going to tariff you. I'm going to tariff you. And then that's going to end it. There's a very high chance, there's a chance that tariffs work. There's also a chance that they don't. Kind of mindset. So it's like, uh, kind of, you're going to be having roll offs and checks there. So, thinking about it, scientific progress, that's going to be a core thing that we're going to have to bring into the game. Because you could very potentially be slow through the spatial phase, but like build up very, very efficiently. Like I'm thinking like other species in the galaxy, you may end up then having to go through and either you deal with it peacefully in trade negotiations and stuff, and then depending on how those trade negotiations go, it may be, which again, roll, but depending on the way that that goes, it may just be like, hey, we're going to, you know, team up, we're going to combine our effort, we're going to talk, and we're going to discuss, and suddenly now we have two species that have both found different ways of getting to, potentially found different ways of getting to space and of interacting with things that then we can now go out into the intergalactic civilization phase, and we now may have two homeworlds instead of one because we're two different people, but we're all coming from the same galaxy and we're all working together on our establishment. So you could then create kind of like a dynasty there. Or if you have a ton of other species in your galaxy, then you go ahead and, you come out guns blazing. You end up in a long combat, and because of that, it took a while, but you end up with higher tier weaponry coming out of the spatial phase and into the intergalactic phase. I mean, if you're like a heavy war focused species, it may be that, like, yeah, we're going to put all of our scientific efforts into developing our stuff as quickly as possible. So the second that we see that we're outmatched, we do something about it. That something is going to be a bunch of research to get us to no longer be outmatched, and instead taking the lead on it. I had a lot of ideas for this the other day, but I didn't have any time to write them down. Now I'm a little salty because I'm kind of out of ideas for it. I mean, this is still progress. So, I mean, Era 3 is the establishment of the Death Worlds. Following the establishment of the Death Worlds, there is going to be the post-Death World era. I think the main three, leaving Era 2, will be either Death Worlds have been eradicated, Death Worlds have been integrated, or Death Worlds have separated. If they are eradicated, then they get removed entirely. If they're integrated, then they're just in the Galactic Federation, Intergalactic Federation. Now they take up their role, and that may be kind of the way that things work. If they are separated, then you end up with two galactic federations. You have the Intergalactic Federation, and then you also have the Death World Federation, and that could also be equally interesting to play around with. I don't know. This is kind of going to end up like a big choose your own adventure book type of deal. I'm quite frustrated with this because, well, I'm not really that frustrated, but it's like I got up at 3 in the morning the other day because, hey, I had this entire series of ideas and like I was going to write stuff down and then I got busy. And then I'd forgotten everything that I was going to do with it. Oh, I'm salty about that because that was like the main reason why I was up early. I don't know. Hmm. I don't know. This game is gonna need a lot more work in the oven, a lot more time in the oven before it gets anywhere near a semblance. Right now, it's just a collection of ideas. I don't know. Maybe it's honestly, I don't know how much more energy I have for this today. I think I might be out. It's been a long freaking day. Really long, really sucky. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it on this project here. And we're going to get into the second half. We're going to be playing my third favorite game of all time that just had a sequel announced this morning that I was actually pretty hyped about. The game is Ender Lilies, Quietus of the Nights. And let's get that up here. Oh, I don't really have any good way of doing this, so boop. Gonna have to deal with improv me today. Oh yeah. Let me get this up for you guys. This is a notification to all my to all of my wonderful, wonderful human artists online today. Do everyone a favor. And now let's. Can I? Of course it won't let me select it. Why would it be easy? Nope, that actually nearly worked perfectly. Cool. So, this is Nightshade. It's made by the Glaze Project. The Glaze Project is ran by the University of Chicago. What they have been doing has been going through and setting up software to to make a program that allows for artists to basically completely ruin AI art. And this is Nightshade. Nightshade is the poison that we have delivered. Nightshade should be free. It is not illegal. It's actually completely 100% legal. Basically, what they end up doing is that on a very, very minuscule scale, they will change a pixel's color by like a tenth of a shade. To where you and me, we won't notice the difference in it. But it messes up the model in the way that generative AI, will see it. To the point where I don't know where. I don't know where they have it on here. I can't remember. But where it got so bad that with a certain sample size and with a certain poison size, it will go ahead and it'll take your regular dog, and then that dog will look pretty boxy with like a smaller sample size. With a like medium sample size, the dog starts to look quite deformed, and then with a large sample size, it will straight up draw a cat when you ask for a dog. That is how this technology works. Definitely, I'm not like saying instantly download it, because I'm like, I work with code. Don't instantly download stuff. Read it. Figure out what it does, especially with something like this where like I had originally been hesitant up until I figured out that it was University of Chicago, and even then I was still like a bit hesitant. They're like, hey, are they going to actually use this for AI and like just pull stuff? But it is out now. It is free. Download is right here. So it is available to everybody. I highly recommend checking it out if you are an artist still working on your stuff, so that we can finally stop this generative AI bullshit. And that is my entire take on it. If you cannot do it legally, because if the artist gives you a license, they are paid for the license, and then you put it into a commercial work, that is fine. It sucks, but it's fine. If you are using it for non-commercial use, fuck it. Actually, straight up, if you're using it for non-published use, if you're still publishing it, I don't care that you're making money. The fact that you are using the art should only be the case if the artist has given that in as a license. It should not be some opt-out bullshit. That is not right. It is opt-in system. It should be an opt-in system, and those should be the only ones that you are allowed to use. And I definitely think that there should be a distinction of artists who allow it for commercial use versus non-commercial use, non-commercial published use. If you are using it for a personal thing in your home game, I still don't do it because I know that in order for it to exist, it has broken my cardinal rules of the artist has to give the permission for it. But if you're going to have it just for your personal home games or stuff, whatever, that's fine. It's your games, you do what you want to do with it. I don't care. If it is at all published and available to the general public, the artist should have opted into it. And if they didn't, then I have no sympathy for every one of you AI art bastards that are going to get upset with this software right here. I do not fucking care about your opinion. You do not make art. I don't want to hear, oh, it's difficult to generate prompts. Fucking, I see all the posts. They're like, oh, you can just steal it from the descriptor accessibility features off of like movies on Netflix and Disney Plus. This is the exact like I've got nothing else. That's my stance. Fuck your generative AI bullshit. Cool. Now that we have that established, let's go ahead and move on to the next thing. That being Ender Lilies. Sorry I got sidetracked there, but it's something that I'm very passionate about. Get that AI bullshit out of here. That's simply what I gotta say. Alright. What? Do I seriously have to... Ah, frick. Let's see. What in the heck? What do you mean that's currently new? Oh. I didn't remove it. I see. There we go. Sorry, dealing with OBS. Boop, boop, bop. There we go. There we go. Okay. So I would show you guys the title screen for this game, but I currently have some progress in the title screen, or my title screen is currently an endgame spoiler fulfilled title screen, and the entire purpose of this. Oh, I should turn on the wonderful music for this game. I am going to go ahead and hop in. Yeah, here. I am going to go ahead and hop in. Yeah, here. I am going to go ahead and. Oh shit. Yep. Here. I forgot how I was doing this. And I'm gonna mute my desktop audio right now for a second here, just so that I can test this and figure this crap out. Give me un momento. Alright, I have truthfully no idea if this is too loud or anything. Alright, I have truthfully no idea if this is too loud or anything. Alright, I have truthfully no idea God, fuck. You can tell how professional I am. Anyway, we're just gonna go. Just gonna assume everything is fine and start. At last we meet. I can hardly believe it, yet here you are, alive and well. Can you hear my voice? You seem to be awake, and none the worse for wear. Did I frighten you? You can thank the priestess for my incorporeal form. Do you remember what fate befell this land? So you've lost your memories as well. Let us be rid of this place for now. It may be best for you to see the state of things outside for yourself. Alright. Be prepared for angst, there's a lot of it. Also, Metroidvania tip. Progression goes to the right, you always go to the left. Ta-da! Now this is just lore, but... Statue inscription. Stone statues in the likeness of the white priestesses. The inscription below the intact statue reads, Priestess of the Dawn, while the rune statue seems to have one of the Priestess of the Wind. Alright. And if you're asking why I didn't check this, I know what this is. This is the New Game Plus interaction board. That's your challenge board. It doesn't show up on a first playthrough. Jump, jump. Do not be afraid. Wield my power as your own. You seem more than capable. And that's how we attack. This is one of the things I love about Ender Lilies. We are a small child. An official small child. And so we can't attack for ourselves. We have to have him attack for us. We just kind of turn away. Which I like. Also, if I am a bit more quiet than I normally am, that is because I absolutely love the soundtrack. I think that is one of the things that got me so immersed in this game in those first 15 minutes. It's absolutely stellar. It's one of my favorite parts of the game, and so I want you guys to be able to experience it as well without having to hear my voice constantly. I do tend to still talk, but so yeah, I think you're supposed to jump over those. I can't remember. Dodge. Dodge. And yeah, you can attack in the air and it stops falling. It's fun. I'm also gonna go ahead. Do we bring in So that's one of the key aspects of this game. If you notice, every monster has 2 bars. One that refills faster than the other. Red is health, yellow is stamina. If you knock out their entire stamina bar, they stagger. Dang it. Elaine's letter. Dear Sigrid, I want you to deliver the amulet unto the White Priestess. It's a necklace I bestow upon all priestesses, but I've imbued it with a blessing. I'm certain the ward will protect her from the threat of the blade. Wards that can be broken and restored, but that is something only a priestess can manage. I count on you to see this through. Yours, Elaine. Heal is called Pray. Do you want to know the best part about this game? If you are at full health, you can pray and not lose a charge. That's what's in the top left. Those are healing charges. You lose 0 by healing at full health. It's accident proof. It's also really easy to get out of a lot of animations. Main menu. Shift. Huh. I always forget that. You press the... You can break things, get collectibles, get like minor health, minor spell uses, or these collectibles. Amulet fragment. Max health +5. Part of an amulet worn by a white priestess. The tiny shattered fragment still glows with a faint light. On the Blighted One. As the mind, body, and soul of those afflicted with the blight is consumed, rot spreads throughout. This rot possesses superb regenerative properties, granting undying flesh. The link between mind and body is cut in time, and the host is driven purely by the wrath of the blight. Respites, we've got benches. Very frequently you'll notice this game has a lot of similarities to Holiday. I'm just gonna get these, yeah. Because we now have the opening. This game will have a lot of the same mechanics as Hollow Knight, as other Metroidvanias. Because its specialty isn't in being a mechanically unique, super uber special game. Its specialty is in being an absolutely stellar story, and it nails its vibe, in my opinion. Let's go ahead and collect this. On the Blade 2. There are blade whose minds do not fade. This is no saving grace, however, as it is said that they must endure an eternity of pain and suffering. The miracle of the White Priestess is the only true salvation for those who come to be cursed with the blight. That was another thing that kind of scared me. Immersed me, both, about this world. You can become a blighted and then lose control of your body, but still be mentally intact enough to know that you've lost control of your body. combine that with just the general vibe of everything. Normally I don't clear this stuff out, I kind of speedrun it, but... I don't know, I feel this game is good to play slow. Plus you get more XP that way. Then we hop on down here. Door opens in the distance. We're gonna head this way, because I know there's a pickup over here. What? I got attacked while she was stunned. That's unfair. Another amulet fragment. +5. This way should lead back up. Yeah, I really love this game. And I'm so excited for Ender Magnolia. I'm like, this game, I already have 80 hours into it, and I do not like feel bad about it. So I'm a Steam gamer. I primarily get games off of Steam. And basically every time that I get stuff off of Steam, I wait for a sale. Because that's just what you do. Whenever you get something off of Steam, check SteamDB. You'll see the lowest price. You'll see the price history if you scroll down and where there have been a ton of sales. Usually you wait for a sale on a Steam game. This game, I was so excited to get it, and I didn't want to wait on a sale. I got it full price. I have entirely zero regrets about getting this game at full price. It is such a good game. I love it. The Parish Way 1. Carriers of the Rot appeared from the land of snow, bringing calamity to Land's End. Said to be the ancients' revenge, the Rot drove people to madness and transformed them into monstrosities. Carriers of the Rot came to be known as the Blighted. And that's who we face. For the entirety of this game, you are going through and tainted by the blight, never to die. We call those creatures the Blighted. Every single monster you fight is a Blighted. There's some entity that used to be regular and is now infected by the blight. And now we get into the next stage. In the first boss room. If you can't tell, it's a boss room. This is your gamer tip. Silent room. Big and empty space. It's a boss room. I hope you're ready for the tutorial boss. Don't feel bad about how quickly I take this. I have fought this boss a lot in doing the boss rush. The air is thick with the rot of the blight. Take heed. To protect her, I must destroy, 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 destroy. Here's another little bit of my favorite part of Ender Lilies. You'll see it in about 5 seconds here. This. Welcome to stage 2. The stages are very defined and very drastically different. I was supposed to protect you. I adored the priestess of the font. She was our only hope against the immortal blighted. With unflinching resolve and a smile on her face, she epitomized radiant tenderness. My sister's letter informed me that the priestess was in poor health. It seemed the burden of her purification rituals was taking its toll. I couldn't rejoice at the peace she brought at the cost of her own well-being. Moreover, I couldn't forgive myself for not being able to protect her as a guardian. No, it was my own sister who was chosen for that role. In my darkest hour, I found solace in Lily, who was much like the priestess herself. Even if I couldn't serve her as a guardian, the least I could do was protect her. But then the rain began to fall. Cries of pain rang out in the distance. The chief guardian called it the rain of death. I gave Lily sanctuary and took my weapon in hand. The rain never let up. Guardian Secret. Swings an iron ball to attack surrounding enemies. Sub-skills have a cooldown and limited number of uses, but can be used in conjunction with other skills. Sigrid guarded the sept to protect the White Priestess Lily. Never-ending bloodshed caused her to be consumed by madness. Guardian Sleep. While airborne, space. Double press space for double jump. The blade wings of Guardian Sigrid grant an extra jump while mid-air. We got double jump. This soul has been purified, no longer imprisoned by blight. Within that memory just now, the woman called you Lily. Surely that is your name. If you retrace the memories of the blade in life, you may just remember something yourself. It may prove difficult, but can you carry on? I'm gonna go get that back there now that I have double jump. Because this is the one that they actually show for it. Soiled prayer beads. Slightly increases max HP. A rosary worn by the White Priestess's guardian. Extensive training took place underground until someone was chosen to be her protector. As you can hear by the audio, the rain is still going on. Are you alright? Don't push yourself. Take a rest. And if you notice, with the character model right now, Lily... Oh. Keep possess blade spirits with skills at your disposal. Spirits can be equipped at respites. And a relic. And purified memories. But if you notice right now, Lily's hair is darkened and she's starting to get tendrils. All consequences in the blight. This is one of my favorite things to do in this game. Just sit, take in the scenery, and listen to the soundtrack. It is so good. I love it. The Rain of Death, Bringer of Blight. And now we cross into the rain. All the corpses about. Chaos had taken the villagers long before even my arrival. But did the rain end them? Or the blighted? My bond with the priestesses is a perennial one. I may not be able to lead the charge in this form, but my blade is yours. Don't look so surprised. You think me the sort of wretch to leave a child out in this horrid rain? Let us trudge on. Have you met before? It seems their cognizance faded before succumbing to madness. They don't appear to be a threat, but best to keep your distance. Croa's letter. Dear Baal, thank you for your continued service in ferrying the White Priestess and her guardians. My son hopes to one day be as fine a coachman as you, to ride as gallantly on as fine a horse. Please do call on us when you visit the parish. Blessed be the tranquil white light. Groa, Chief Guardian. Red and white flowers. Lily may find flowers blooming with mystical power that will help her on her journey when destroyed. Red flowers, blight-wreathed red flowers will restore spirit uses. And white flowers, the blessings of magic-infused white flowers will restore prayer uses. And if you go and collect a white flower while not at full HP and have full heal charms, it will immediately expend a heal. Or it'll immediately heal you as if you had used a heal charge, but keeping you at full heal charges. These are the right ones. If I'd used Secret at all, I would have restored that. I love this type of environment. Step out, you're in the rain. The rain sound cuts out as you go under shelter. I love this game so much. There's also contact damage in this game. That's going to be the main way that you die. It's just a fact. It's just the way things go. Here's an example of that. Full health heal. Squishy. Squishy platform. So cold. Where are you, mother? Cliffside Hamlet Youth. This pain, it's unbearable. Cliffside Hamlet Youth performs an arc to leap and lands with enough force to scatter and damage surrounding enemies. Separated from his mother in the midst of a terrible storm, the boy set off for the White Parish in search for help. He never arrived. Follow my regular path. Hold. Something approaches. Or rather, it follows. I sense no clear mind. It seems to be drawn by your amulet. Perhaps they were once in service to a white priestess. Is their desire to assist us? You priestesses are a rare breed. Fast travel unlocked. And this is another nice thing. Fast travel is between any checkpoint. You don't lose stuff if you die. Fast travel is between any checkpoint. The game tries to be as smooth as it can be of a play experience at the very least. We're going to go my regular route, which is top path. The parish way too. Soldiers of the nation rose to face the blighted, but struggled in vain. In the end, the prayers of the woman in white saved the kingdom, her words the only thing capable of purifying and stopping the blade. Revered by the people, this woman came to be known as the White Priestess. I hope you guys are ready for my favorite song out of this entire soundtrack. The soundtrack has a lot of really good music, but this one's gotta be one of, if not my favorite. Actually, the credit song, I think, is probably my favorite. But this is a very close second or third. Seems this was once a village. This song is called Harmonious, which I love because it is your character Lily's response to and singing along to this music, this rhythm, and harmony with it. I really like it. Amulet fragment. I don't think we can do much in here right now, but the girl who became a guardian lies underground. 10 stagnant blight can be used to enhance skills. Filthy residue shed by purified blight. The sorrowful muck is stagnant but glints with a faint light. Allows you to enhance your skills at respite. So these are the people that still keep their mind but can't move. We fight the ones that keep their mind we fight the ones that can move. And then the ones that can't move are the ways that we collect the light. Ow. Oh, we can't get up there yet. so I'd be able to. Pretty sure there's a reward over here. I completely forgot I can show off some of these. That's Child. And Secret's kind of cool because she has 2 different abilities depending on if her attack is used aerially or grounded. Squishy platform. Squish. It's all melted in the rain. And staying up late. And there's fall damage for your enemies. There's a chest over there, I know that much, but I also know we can't get to it yet, so. I spy a shack over yonder. Let's rest our weary bones. Fun fact, Lily stopped singing in the shack. So you get a variant of Harmonious that doesn't have Lily singing. You possess spirits that can be enhanced. Spirits can be enhanced at respites. I'm not going to enhance any of mine because I don't intend to use them for too much longer. True Believer's Note. After the blade started to appear in Land's End, many religions quickly began to die out, including the True Way. Seeking hope, many flocked to the White Priestess. It is likely that the way of the White Parish arose from there and spread amongst the people. Seems a path leads off from here. Shall we take a look? You bet we're taking a look. Oh. That sucked. Not a fan of close side Hamlet Youth. I think it's clunky. Alright. Who's ready for the controversial crutch character, or crutch weapon? Welcome to the West Merchant. If only I could see my wife and daughter one last time. Western Merchant summons the spirit of the Western Merchant, who launches ranged attacks at enemies on sight. This merchant was from a western land, came to Land's End peddling foreign wares, a vibrant salesman who would light up when touting his rare stock. This one's kind of controversial to use because it's considered a crutch weapon, because you just stand back, light fire, but without upgrading it, it doesn't do a significant amount of damage. Oh, I wanted to go on the rail. Oh well. Yeah, there's some people that hate on the Western Merchant. I don't know. I used it a lot in my first playthrough, and I used Archer on Old Patch. We'll find Archer later. But sadly, there were some patches that nerfed some of the characters. Fuck. Oh, perfectly fine. Didn't die for a second. Everything was perfectly fine. I'm gonna pick up an ammo fragment. And down we go. Into the hole. Spoiler alert, Redwater sucks to be in. Save me from this save me from this darkness. Bathe me in your light. Sting of light. Bathe me in the tranquil light. Yeah. This game's... to me it's really calming, but it's kind of a depressing game. There we go. Squish. Alright, time for the worst section, the mall. The mall is the worst section just because of how many enemies you have to deal with. It's really long. Hey, very easy to die in this section. That's another thing that I like, and I think it's just because I'm a simple gamer. I'm not like a professional at this stuff. And so I really like the red tells that it gives in this game. You can see when they're about to attack. Is their eyes or I like indicators. Go red. What? Oh, arrow. Oh, that was also an arrow. Apparently we like eating arrows today. It's a bit cheesy, but it's alright. Head up. Or do we want to head down? Let's head down. Because there's a, oh, that's another thing. So if you notice, and still use the night while in water, if you look at my spirit bar in the bottom left, the Sigrid, the second ability, is still lit up. The third one isn't. I can't use youth while in the water. That's one of the fun things. Not every spirit can be used. Not everyone is aquatic, so it can't all be used in water. Sadly, it doesn't come to play a tremendous role in doing that, but it's still noticeable. It's still a neat thing to add. This guy coming up here, I didn't know this room existed for the longest time, and this is one of the most useful enemies. The Headless Defender. Oh. You have to understand how to deal with knights, so it is a harder boss fight, but the way you deal with knights is just hit them from behind, don't go in towards the shield. Given the choice, I'd rather have lost my mind than this. I just want to point it out, that man is existing with no head. Like, he does not, that's not like an eye hole. That was what I thought in the first time. No, that's his throat. Headless Defender. A knight with shield at the ready. Well-timed blocks will counter enemies, leaving them stunned and vulnerable. A knight who followed in the footsteps of the hero, Gerard. Suffering the blight upon becoming immortal took its toll. He was beheaded for attacking his fellow knights. That would suck. Game beheaded because you lost control of your body, and then not fully losing control of your body for eternity. That would suck. Amulet fragment. Hamlet, request 1. Request fearless warrior needed to slay large monsters in the forest. Monsters have settled in the forest near the hamlet, wounding many of the king's soldiers. Rewards will be given for any of the fiends killed. Stand with us to protect our great nation. Knights of the Bastion, Heimel. Knight of the Bastion, Heimel. I'm gonna sit on the bench and then head that way. Adherence letter. It is at the White Parish grounds in the catacombs where the Guardian candidates endure many years of training. They toil to fortify their bodies and minds to be deemed worthy of protecting the White Priestess. Selected from devotees of the church, it is said that only the 10 finest candidates will earn that honor. Well, we got a couple more spirits. Merchant's going on the B squad. Headless is going on the A squad. Hamlet's going on the B squad. Okay, back that way. Frick. Chain of Sorcery. Grants an additional relic slot, a magical chain that links with the power contained in a relic. O great priestess, I beg of you, free me from the blight. This is probably one of the things that I thought was the strangest and most disturbing, is that even like the crows, they're people. It's not like, oh, this was affecting all the animals. No, it's transforming these people into these monstrosities. Oh, that was Furious Blight. Crap. Furious Blight has a different description. I was going to read it. It's fine, we'll find some more Furious Blight along the way. Oh, come on. Zombie's best friend. Zombie dog. Can't get up to that one yet. Alright, well then. Hope you guys are ready. We're gonna get another change in soundtrack in a bit here. You ready for our boss? Rod, the Elder Warrior. So that is what the Headless does. Oh, frick. I forgot to see if he was charged. I don't make any promises that I'm going to flawless this fight. Stage 2. Oh, come on. Hi. Welcome to stage 3. And yeah, he gets a theme change too. Frick. Oh, come on. Oh gosh, I'm already... heals. How am I out of heals? I forgot to bench. Crap. Oh, that was perfectly timed. It does not get any tighter than that. Holy, that window was close. I didn't think I was going to land that one. Aye. Oh! Oh, I did not expect to first try that. That was very good. The blighted scum. How could they? How dare they? I hear the muffled voices of the villagers outside my shack. They fear what I've become upon my return from the fortress battle. I chose to become an immortal knight to protect them all. There are days I wish I would be purified, but the priestess of the font must not be made to carry that burden any longer. After some time, I hear voices again. But this time, they belong to the White Priestess and a child. The priestess, once but a child herself, now cuts a radiant figure. I no longer know the pleasures of joy, but despite this, my cheeks widen in a grin. When madness takes me, will this little one be made to carry the burden? I don't know how long my consciousness will hold out. But as long as I am myself, I will be a shield to protect them from harm. The pain I will endure is nothing compared to their suffering. Swings a heavy, powerful hammer slowly but with force and range, enough to blow enemies away. A giant of a man, once dubbed the finest knight in the kingdom, he was a symbol of glory and a hero to his village. His altruism made his demise a lonely one. Giant's hammer. While airborne, hold down and attack. Elder Warrior Gerard dives and unleashes a shockwave upon landing, can break pestilent ground. The greater the height, the more powerful the shockwave. Air Slam! Yeah, now we got ground pound. He protected the village to the very end. A brave warrior indeed. You were in his memory. Did you two visit him often? Hamlet scroll. An image scrawled upon pagadite. It appears to be a duel of the White Priestess of the Fount playing with the children of the hamlet under a radiant sun. This is one of the more difficult rooms, because you get all these immobile blighted that you can't touch them. You can certainly kill them. It seems she hid herself away with the village children. What a tragic end. Those who rest now, dear priestess. Those were the village children. Priestess's wish, +1 prayer restoration. Or prayer restoration increase. A fleeting wish left behind by a white priestess at the moment of her death. We weren't the only priestesses. We're just the only ones that made it. Hamlet Request 2. Warning, the catacombs are off limits. Blighted captured in Land's End are being held in the catacombs. To reduce the risk of further spread of the blight, the catacombs are off limits. Also note that harboring individuals carrying the blight is a crime. Report any and all sightings of the blight to the Royal Guard immediately. Given the choice, I'd rather have lost my mind than this. Here's some more Furious Blight. Can be used to enhance skills. Filthy residue shed by a purified blight, steeped in rage and fury, it gives off a vengeful red light. As you enhance your skills at respites. So we're going to head back to the respite. And I'll show you one last thing, and then we're going to call it a night. Expected to go longer, but I think this is a good spot to leave off. This is a good light demo. I highly recommend that all y'all check this game out. It's really good. So, if you notice, there are two different colors. Orange for the secondary, red for the primary. There's an additional ability. It's aquatic. If it's aquatic, it is usable in the water. Some abilities have cooldowns as well. You can see all that stuff. Cooldown uses counts. And a bit lore. The significant difference between these is that the red, and yeah, you can replay the fights in here or replay the cutscenes in here. The red, well, the Umbral Knight uses Ancient Souls to upgrade. We do not have any of those yet. But all the other red ones will use Furious Blight to get enhanced. All the orange ones use Stagnant Blight to be enhanced. With that, I'm going to sign out for tonight. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. I hope to get some more stuff done with the TTRPG. And I hope you guys check out Ender Lilies. Like I said, third favorite game behind the game that has meant the most to me all my life, and Minecraft, which those two aren't going to get dethroned by anything. Ender Lilies has the next spot. It is the top game that hasn't drastically impacted my life. So, definitely check it out if you can. It's $25 on Steam. It's published by Binary Haze Interactive and designed by Livewire and AdGlobe. And if you want to help out the creators go ahead, find them on Twitter, and drop them a like. Because I know it doesn't mean a lot. To a lot of people, wishlisting a game on Steam, leave a like, comment, subscribe, like and retweet, like and do whatever, you know, do the whole algorithms thing. Heck, dislike and comment. Doing all the algorithm stuff, it can be a hassle. I completely get that. But it can make a huge difference to a creator, especially if they are a smaller creator. Do you want to know the cheapest way that you can help out a video game creator? Wishlist their game on Steam. If it is on Steam, wishlist it. It is 100% free to do. You wishlist their game on Steam, and you will help them get into the algorithm. If they're not on Steam and they're on itch, give them a recommendation. Give them a 5-star review. You can do this for all your TTRPG stuff. It will be on itch. And if it is on itch, give it a 5-star review. Itch is weird. I don't know why it does it, but you don't actually have to own the product on itch in order to review it. You can just give it 5 stars without ever having it. And that will greatly help out the creator. Now, it means a lot when you do get it, and then also take the time to review it and give it 5 stars and rate it. But you want the biggest things that can help creators out. Do the whole algorithm thing, and kind words. Kind words go a extremely long way. You have no idea how happy I am every single time that somebody compliments like the work that I have done on duos, because I put a lot of time into it, and it has been a struggle some days to keep pushing on it. There are some days that the only reason why I haven't called it quits and just scrapped the entire project is because it has a fulfilled Kickstarter. Because the way that I work, I will not just take people's money. So kind words go so incredibly far. If you have something that you want to talk about it. I can almost guarantee you a game designer will love to talk about their game. In the indie sphere, that's really, really common. Anyway, like I was saying before I got so rudely interrupted by myself, you can find them on Twitter at Ender Lilies Game. And yeah, just start interacting with the posts for Ender Lilies Magnolia. Oh wow. Ender Lilies made it in. Yeah, Lily made it in as one of Game Rant's top 10 most iconic Metroidvania protagonists. Nice. That's good to see. But yeah. I love Ender Lilies. And Ender Magnolia looks like it's going to be good. So yeah. Check it out. Check out the Nintendo Switch Nintendo Direct, that's what it's called. Showcase for Ender Lilies. Check out Lily. They're the artists for the soundtrack. A lot of great people to check out. Not a lot of amazing people. Realistically, as much as I'd like you all to like go check out all these, you know what I really want you to do? Go ahead, take the next 3 minutes, go to your favorite creator and tell them that you like their game and why you like their game. Don't care what it is. Do it. It's great. Leave a review on. Do the stuff. Show them support. Have a great night, y'all.